Let me get this straight. You're here so that Book Talk will find you and then millions of people will buy your book. Yeah, exactly.
And the best part of this plan is, no one can stop me.
Alright now, it ain't that funny.
Yeah, death is sad-ish. But since the biggest payoff of reading is the emotional payoff, if you're putting a character death in your book, you want it to be devastating. How do you write a death that'll make your reader cry? Make sure it doesn't happen too early in the story. We want to be really attached and invested. Give your character unfinished business or goals they never got to. Make the character truly love life and have so much to live for. Write another character that's devastated by their passing. I'm not crying, you're crying.
Everyone underestimates me, but then they turn their back and I'm like, boo! And they're like...
You know what I want? I want there to be a book where there's like a main character and a love interest, and the main character is like fake dating the love interest, but the love interest is trying to kill the main character for like whatever reason, but the main character knows this, so the main character is like playing mind games with the like love interest and is also trying to kill the love interest. So it's just like a you know what I mean? It's like a cycle of just like mental like mind games, but at the same time they're fake dating enemies to lovers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. But yeah, I feel like if someone knows a book like that, literally please tell me, because that would be like perfect book.
Here's the plan. The plan has failed.
And the best part of this plan is, no one can stop me.
We're trying to do, but honestly, it's impossible.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
How many books would you recommend having out before you start spending money on ads? Haha, that's a trick question. There is no magic number. What's going to be more important are how much money you're making on the read-through for your books and how much money you have to spend. You might have a whole bunch of money that you don't mind throwing at ads. Although I would recommend taking a course to kind of get a good idea of how to do the ads. I have taken both Mark Dawson's and Skye Warren's course. I found Mark Dawson's extremely helpful for just the nitty gritty, like getting into Facebook, learning how to do the setup, whereas Skye Warren kind of assumes that you already know how to set up your ads, but that you need help with running them and making them, increasing the ROI. So I found a lot of good value out of both of them. But the main thing is that you want to make sure that you're making money on them. So the reason we say more books is because it's really hard to make money if you're only advertising like 2 to 3 books, unless those books have like fantastic read-through. Like Skye Warren writes almost completely trilogies. Her books have fantastic read-through. She can make money on the ads. So a lot of her class, what you'll see is she's not just talking about how to run the ads, but kind of like how to see where you need to make improvements on your book. Things that I started improving on my book after I started running ads. Covers and blurbs. Because while my ad might be beautiful and I could get clicked through, that didn't mean that they were going to convert. And that meant that there was something wrong on the landing page, which would be the cover or the blurb. And then after that, if I was getting the downloads, because I was mostly advertising free books, if I'm getting the downloads, but then no one's moving on to the second book, then I either have a problem in the book itself or with the back matter. And I did change my back matter after taking her class. I had pretty good back matter already. I was getting decent read through. I wanted to see if I could improve it. So I used her advice on how to do my back matter, which is basically just saying, that you get to the end of the book and you say, hey, would you like to read so-and-so's story? Because I always set up the hero and heroine story for the next book in the previous book. Says, do you want to know what happens to Rick and Maria? Or, yeah. Click here to find out. And then I use Vellum to put in the store links in my back matter. And so that way I'm also not relying on the store to show the reader the next book in my series. They can just click on the link. It's super easy. Or if you don't have a link, if you don't do pre-orders like me, you can always send them to, have them sign up for your newsletter so that you can contact them when you do have your next book out. But yeah, these are like little, basically, these are all the things that you need to do before you really start spending money on ads, unless you have money to just throw away, which is valid. If you do, go for it.
Oh my god, how specific. Daddy. Daddy. Honestly, I want to know what it's like. Daddy. Daddy. I'm gay. I'm gay. I honestly don't want to fuck Snape this bad. It just really seems like... It just seems like it. I'm just not getting good choices, but maybe we would have a tumultuous but beautiful relationship just like he did with Harry's mom. I don't know. It just feels like maybe something that...
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
And the best part of this plan is, no one can stop me.
You are dead to me, 'cause what you said to me cut so deep, and now you're dead to me. Dead to me, you were a friend to me, but I put you...
I take the ball, I bounce it, I shoot, I miss it. If the Earth Kingdom discovers us, they'll have us killed.
But if the Fire Nation discovers us, we'll be turned over to Azula.
Earth Kingdom it is.
Sorry to your next ex for the bar that I set. I might have been too perfect. Put up with your bullshit for a little bit.
We could have had it all. We could have had it all. Yeah.
Don't you dare write that down.